Hi everyone, welcome back to Shoe Train. My name is AB, and today I'll be reviewing the men's Rockport SL2 Bike Toe Oxford style shoes. So today I'll be reviewing these shoes. I'll take you on a comprehensive look on the material of the shoe, the look of it, the interior material, the look of it, the sole, the look of it, and the material. I'll be showing you how it looks with different clothes, and I'll be doing a few tests to see if it passes the comfort tests for daily wear. Now, looking around the shoe, the upper part of the shoe is all made out of leather. It's all a beautiful, soft, black leather design that extends from the front of the shoe all the way to the back. And we see here the Rockport name written on the heel of the shoe, but it's nowhere else on the front of the shoe. And that's good. I don't like it when shoes have too many of their logos or their names written all over their dress shoes. It takes away from the look of the shoe. Again, going back to my previous point, it's really important with dress shoes to have a simple, nice design. And whenever manufacturers put too many of their logos or their designs on the shoe, it takes away from it. I wish Rockport had not actually written this on the shoe. I wish this wasn't here, or at least it was a little bit smaller. Again, it takes away from the look of the shoe. I know they want to advertise their name, but to me, this detracts from the design of the shoe. The only other place you'll see Rockport written is on the sole of the shoe as well, which nobody will see really. And to me, that's fine. There's no issues with that. But I wish this wasn't here. That just takes away from the look of the shoe for me. Now, looking on the inside of the shoe, it's made out of soft material. The material itself is moisture wicking. So what that means is if you're wearing these and you're wearing them all day, or if you have a tendency to have sweaty feet, they keep your feet dry. Now, looking at the outside of the shoe, starting from the front, it really does have a beautiful stitching design here, as you can see. The shoe itself, it's a pointed square toe, so it's not a very pointy front like you see on traditional European men's dress shoes, but it's not a square toe completely like what we see on North American dress shoes. It's kind of a hybrid of both of them. Now, what that does, it gives you that nice looking, sleek looking style of the European shoes, but with the comfort and width of a North American shoe. So it has the best of both worlds. Again, it's never going to look as neat looking or nice looking as a European pointed toe shoe, but this is the best mix of both practicality and design. Looking on the stitching, it has an interesting stitching style. I really like the front of the stitching here. Now, the way it looks on the toe going all the way to the middle of the shoe, it has a triple stitching design. It has this double stitching going around all the way to the middle of the shoe from the front, but then it also has an outer stitching layer that also goes all the way around. It's a little bit bigger, as you can see. Thankfully, it's in black, so it does look nice and molds with the rest of the black shoe design. Coming to the middle part, the stitching continues in a sort of a V shape here, as you can see. Now, it's a double stitching design, but with a stitch going around in the middle. It's not bad, in my opinion, but I preferred if the stitching didn't exist and they stuck with the V stitching design. And going around to the back of the shoe, A little bit interesting, they went with a triple stitch design. So there is this stitching design that starts from the middle all the way to the bottom and goes all the way to the top area of the heel. And then they have these two stitch designs that continue as well, and also a sort of a V shape. And then there is another stitching that goes all the way to the back of the heel to the other side of the shoe. To me, that makes the shoe a little bit too busy at the back. I wish they stuck with the triple stitch design that they had at the front, or they just didn't have a stitch at all, or they stuck with a one stitch design. To me, again, it's not bad looking, but it's a little bit too busy with the stitching. For me, when I'm looking at a dress shoe for men's, whether it's a super dressy shoe to go with suits or wedding, or semi-casual dress shoes to go with dress pants or jeans even, it's not a good look to have these too many stitches here. I think it's too busy. I think with these types of shoes, a little bit simpler design is better. It looks cleaner, it looks neater. So for me, I don't like this a lot, but it is what it is. Now, the shoe has a simple leather material, upper leather. It's very, very soft. Super soft. It feels nice on the touch. Now, looking at the sole of the shoe, the sole itself is your typical rubber material. It has a non-slip design to help you walk on slippery surfaces. And it's very soft on the touch, which is always a good thing. It means you're in for a good experience when you're wearing it. Nothing fussy about the design. These are not shoes I would recommend you wear them walking on snow and ice, because that's not the purpose of them. I know a lot of people tend to look at these soles and they think, oh, it's going to be safe for walking on snow or walking on ice, but you still need to be wary or change to a more appropriate shoe or boot to wear in those conditions. So please don't think when you see soles like this that that's what it's meant for. This is just meant if you're walking on maybe a little bit of rain, or maybe in a slippery interior surface, let's say hospital surface or restaurant. This just helps keep your balance a little bit easier. Now, looking on the inside of the shoe, the inside is made out of synthetic material. It's very soft on the inside, just quickly touching it here, which is very, very good. The lining is nice because Rockport claims that it reduces foot odor and it helps keep the moisture away. So if you tend to sweat a bit when you're wearing your shoes, whether it's for an hour or for a long period of time, this is the right type of design that you want. You want shoes that don't smell after you take them off, and you want shoes that help take the moisture and sweat away from your feet. And leather itself is breathable, but sometimes the inner material is not breathable, and this is a good thing that Rockport did to make it a nice breathable material that wicks away the moisture. The insole is removable. The insole itself on the heel area is very nice and thick, very cushiony, and very soft on the front as well. The inner material of the footbed is made out of EVA. Now, taking the insole out, the inner material of the footbed is made out of EVA. Now, what EVA does, it gives you a bit of cushioning, but what that cushioning does is, after wearing it for a time, it starts to conform to your feet. So it starts to mold to the shape of your feet, giving you a little bit more comfort. This is not going to be the same as a lot of specialist shoes that we see with very, very supportive footbeds that tend to change after a while to take the shape of your foot. This just gives you a little bit of that, but not a lot. So don't expect these to replace your orthotics or your support insoles. This is just meant to give you a little bit more cushioning. So there won't be any issues sliding your own orthotic in. And for guys that need that extra support, this is one of the best shoes for that. Now, the good thing with the insole being removable, it means if you're taking good care of your shoes and the leather looks good, the sole looks good, you don't have to buy a new pair of shoes. You can just take the insole out, replace it with a new pair of insoles. The other good news is with the insole being removable, you can put your own support insole in if you have one, or if you have an orthotic, you can slide that right in. There's no issue sliding an orthotic in. It's very soft leather, so it does stretch quite a bit, and these come in wider fits, so it makes it easier if you have a thick pair of orthotics to put them in. And looking at the front of the shoe rises to the top quite a bit. So if you have a thick orthotic that makes your foot go up, this is not really going to hurt your feet, provided that they have the right size for you. And with a wider fit, it just gives you a little bit more room to have that extra cushioning and that extra support that you need. Size-wise, these guys start from a size 6 in men's all the way to size 17. They do also come in half sizes as well. And they come in regular fit and wider fits. This one, of course, being the wider fits. I like it because it gives you a bit more room here. So the insole is made out of their TrueTech technology. And what it is, it's just basically very, very cushiony, very shock absorbent. But we'll see that in the next part when I try them on and give you my verdict on wearing these shoes for a short period of time and a long period of time, and whether they are as comfortable as they look and as Rockport claims. Alright guys, so you can see here I have the Rockports on my feet. I'm wearing them with my navy suit pants. They're beautiful, beautiful looking, very flexible, very light. It doesn't feel like you are wearing a dress shoe. It's super light. It feels like you're wearing a really good, really comfortable running shoe. It's very soft on the inside. It's very cushiony around the heel, the arch, and the toes. It doesn't have a lot of arch support, so again, if you need really good support, you might want to put your own insole in there, or if you have orthotics, you want to put them there yourselves. Look wise, they're very sharp looking. I really like them. They're never going to look as sharp as a European style with a more pointed toe, but for a mix of comfort and style, they're very nice looking. And I mentioned I don't like the look of the stitching on the back, but it's not noticeable with the pants covering them. Alright, so I'm wearing the Rockports on a hard surface right now, and they're very, very cushiony. They're so soft. Feels like you're wearing a slipper, how soft they are, but with the comfort of a running shoe. It's just unreal how comfortable they are. Feels good around the arch. Around the toe area is really soft too, and the heel feels amazing as well. It's super soft and light. I can wear them all day. They don't have a lot of arch support, so you might want to put your own insert in there if you have one and need more support, but they're so comfortable. Jumping on hard surface, you don't feel any tension at all. Amazing, just absolutely amazing. So my verdict on these shoes are definitely go out and buy them if you need a pair of smart looking, comfortable dress shoes. They're very comfortable, they look stylish. Back is not that great, but the front makes up for it. And they're super cushiony and comfortable for wearing them for long periods of time. Definite buy. Okay guys, now here is the code on the box for the Rockport shoes. Again, they're called the SL2 Bike Toe Oxford. They just shorten it to Ox here. The code on the shoe is A13010, A13010. So that might be the code you need to use if you're searching for these in stores or online to find the specific shoe. I got the 9 wide and they fit me perfectly. And I actually have room to put a thicker insole in them, but to each his own. You'd have to try them on and see what your correct size is. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload when we load up new content.